For the past couple of days, we've been working on sharing methods for multiplication. Our objective today is to understand how a place value model can be used to solve a multi-digit multiplication problem, basically using the distributive property or breaking it apart. The first way that we learned was using place value sections. This is also known as the box method. If we take the problem 39 times 54, and we want to break that apart, you'd break it into 30 plus 9 and 50 plus 4. When you multiply, you would take 30 times 50 for the first box. So 30 times 50 is 3 times 5 is 15 with 2 zeros. So you have 1,500. And then for the second box, you would take 9 times 5, which is 45. And there is 1 zero. So you have 45 with 1 zero. And then you would come back and you would multiply 30 times 4. So 3 times 4 is 12. And there's 1 zero. So then you would add the 0. And then finally, you would take 9 times 4, which is 36, and come up with 36. After you come up with these 4 partial products, you need to add them together to get your product. So you'd take 1,500 450. And the important thing is you want to make sure that you line up the place values in the correct order with each other. Make sure all the 1s are lined up with the 1s, the 10s are with the 10s, okay? 120, and then our last partial product is 36. And then you'd go through and you would add these, and you would have 6 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 is 6. 3 plus 2 is 5, plus 5 is 10, so 0. You should carry your 1. And you have 5 plus 4 is 9, plus 1 is 10, plus 1 is 11, so 1. Carry your 1. And then you have 1 plus 1, which is 2, which is 2,106. So the product for 39 times 54 would be equivalent to 2,106. This is known as using the place value sections. The second method that we went over was the expanded notation. Now there was 2 ways with the expanded notation. There was method A and method B. A, you do the same thing. You break the number apart. So 40 plus 3 is equal to 43. And here, 67 is broken into 60 plus 7. Now you go through and you multiply. So here you can see for the first one, I'm going to number these. I'm going to call this one number 1. They took 40 times 60, so they took these 2. So 4 times 6 is 24 with 2 zeros is 2,400. Second, they took 40 and then they multiplied here, 40 times 7, so 4 times 7 is 28. With 1 zero is 280. Third, they went up and they took 60 times 3 and they went across here. So 3 times 6 is 18 with 1 zero, so it's 180. And then finally, they went down here, 3 times 7 for the last one is 21. So again, you end up with 4 partial products. Now, with those partial products, you have to line them up and you have to add them to get the correct answer. Now, when you do this, you can see here, these numbers over here are not lined up. So you're going to have to rewrite them and line them up so they are lined up, just like they are over here in example B. Okay? And this is known as expanded notation. So it is the same thing as the place value sections, except here you're using sections to represent each partial product. In here, you're finding the partial products just by dividing or just by separating the numbers and doing it mentally. Feel free to look back at these 2 examples at any point during your work time. Now, what I would like you to do is complete numbers 4, 5, and 6 on your own. So take out your math journal, open up to a clean sheet, and I want you to complete number 4, number 5, and number 6. If you need help during this time, please raise your hand. If you need to go back and look at the examples, you may go back and look at the examples that I have given you, and you may use those to help assist you in answering numbers 4, 5, and 6. When you are done, bring them up to your teacher. I will check them before giving you your assignment. Good luck.